never assume not great is inappropriate. I always assume that it's just boring.
No, I think the actual conversations though hilarious.
I mean, look, for the right audience, absolutely. I'm thinking we could get some Black Rifle coffee, maybe an NRA sponsorship, but not for our actual target audience. No,
definitely not safe for work either.
Oh, it's safe for work. Stop it.
I'm trying to get a sponsorship from Bud's Gun Shop.
Oh, dude, could you imagine? And we never talk about guns, but they're just like, you know what? Fuck it. Just give
Dude,
it.
I'll go a daily breakdown of guns in movies if we got a sponsorship from them.
Oh,
I mean, yeah, you know how to take apart a gun. We could do it.
We could.
yeah, make it Forrest Gump it.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
How did you move so quickly, Jaime?
You tell me to be a sergeant. God damn it, Jaime. You're a goddamn genius. All right. Where are we at? Now I'm throwing off. We're so all over the place.
Thor, Love, and Thunder.
All right, everybody. Welcome back to the Sooner or Later podcast. Oh, fuck. Dude, I had this queued up, but I've been worrying about other shit. Hold on. Wait. We'll get there. We'll
three
get there.
creepy uncles.
Oh, no. I am the boo-boo baron himself, Joey Cavada, joined by my creepy uncles, Eric and James. And we're here to talk about...
No, your creepy uncles.
No, you guys are my creepy uncles now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. They're not even really creepy. My socially awkward uncles. You know, we're not creepy. We're just bad at conversation with other people. And this week we're talking about Thor 4, which is kind of crazy. This dude got 4 fucking movies. He's the only Avenger to have 4 movies. Damn it. Why did my Discord reset, dude? How come it reset right then and there when I'm busy?
Of all this time.
My Discord reset just randomly. It just restarted. I'm sure it just crashed. It's kind of crazy that this is the Avenger with the first 4th movie.
Yeah.
How many has Captain America had?
3.
2?
Him and Iron Man each had 3 movies.
Yeah.
And then they fucking perished.
Because 4 is going to be technically the 4th Captain America, but it's a different lead actor.
Right.
But Taika Waititi was like, I want my 4th movie.
Well, we're gonna talk about some Taika Waititi here in a minute because Thor: Love and Thunder. Go ahead, you can show me some.
I'll show you some Waititi.
Okay, I didn't know if you were gonna do the full name or not. Directed by.
Are you saying it right, by the way?
Yeah, Taika Waititi. That's how you say it.
Okay.
Was directed and written by Taika Waititi, and Jennifer Caitlin Robinson also wrote. Based on Thor from Marvel Comics, cinematography by Barry Idoine, edited by Matthew Schmidt, Peter S. Elliott, Tim Roche, and Jennifer Vecchiarello. Music by Michael Giacchino and Nami Melumad. Malumid, I like that. Production company was Marvel Studios, distributed by Walt Disney Studios Motion Pictures, with a release date of June 23rd at the El Capitan Theater and July 8th across the United States, and a runtime of 120 minutes on a budget of $250 million as of July 10th. Worldwide, it has made $320 million. And a Rotten Tomato meter of 68% from 315 reviews from critics, and an 81% audience score from 5,000 plus verified ratings. In some ways, Thor: Love and Thunder feels like Ragnarok Redux, but overall it offers enough fast-paced fun to make this a worthy addition to the MCU. I think that the critics hit the nail on the head. This movie is just Thor Ragnarok all over again. And it's like, damn, y'all didn't have nothing else in the tank, huh, Taika? Really?
I think this is what I thought Doctor Strange would be.
Just a carbon copy of the first one? Yeah.
But Doctor Strange was actually good. Where to this, it's just the same old bullshit.
Which is cool. Like, it's still fun, but it's like...
Yeah.
Like, when you have such a transformational period of Thor 3, and then Thor 4 is, like, a carbon copy of the same exact steps, it's like, this is so much less cool.
Yeah, I think they were kind of screwed, though, because, like, I don't know if they knew where to go with the character. And then after that, like, they should have probably not even done this movie and just had him, like, in the Guardians and let Taika write for him, and then let James Gunn do the film.
Did you like the Guardian stuff in this movie?
It felt a little off, but I think it's just because James Gunn didn't do it. Unless he did do it, and maybe I'm just over Guardians.
No, because he would have had a writing credit somewhere, right?
Mm.
I mean, I'll
Maybe
look
that's
it
why
up.
it felt.
I'll look it up as we're talking about it.
I got a little excited, but then it just kind of seemed like they just threw him in there just to throw him in there.
Well, so what had happened was original cut of this movie is supposed to be. Go ahead.
James Gunn, the writer and director of the 3 Guardians of the Galaxy films, consulted on how the Guardians characters were used in Love and Thunder, with Gunn and Waititi discussing where the characters were going before Waititi began writing. Waititi read Gunn's script for Guardians 3, which is set after Love and Thunder, and then Gunn read Waititi's script and shared his thoughts, asking for some adjustments to be made. In January 2021, Gunn said the Guardians were in great hands with Waititi, and he later praised Waititi's work on the script. Chris Pratt said Love and Thunder would continue the rivalry between Peter Quill and Thor, established in Infinity War and Endgame, while Karen Gillian said Waititi brought out the bonkers side of Nebula through her pure aggression. But like, these characters felt weird. Like they did
feel weird.
Yeah.
It felt one note. It felt off. But I guess there's supposed to be more scenes like with them because Taika originally has a 4-hour cut of this movie, and
2 more hours of this movie.
But so all that beginning stuff would have been like there. Maybe that's what the characters would have felt better if there was more with that.
I don't know.
I mean, maybe. I mean, we'll never know because we'll never see this. The only time he's ever going to show the people this is when he's having his little orgies that he has. But like, we're never
there's no way they
it.
did the CGI for that shit, so it's gonna be super
ugly.
Yeah,
I mean that's cool that James Gunn like gave his blessing or whatever. And maybe we're just being sweaty fucking neckbeard fans who are just bitching and moaning because they're not doing the same shit they always do. But it just felt weird. This felt cookie cutter, which is so weird.
I'm glad they did bring like Gunn back though, because like Taika, well, everyone was saying like, oh, it makes the most sense for give Taika Guardians if he didn't come back.
No,
and, like, this
way.
is what we would have got. We would have got this, like, and it would have been, and then everyone would have been pissed because they would have lost all the magic of the Guardians. But my thing is like, I don't know, maybe the Guardians is done because like with certain characters gone, I'm kind of just like whatever. Like,
look, Zoe Saldana did not make the Guardians, but that's a different discussion for a different day.
That's just a part of this movie, all right.
I mean, yeah, he brought it up, but I mean, oh my god, I'm gonna throw up. I mean, James Gunn is Guardians.
Yeah.
Like his comedy and his writing style is all over those movies. So like to have someone else write it.
Dude. They should just pay James Gunn to go fucking, all right, here's $100K to write this first 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Taika, you know, your boys, it's okay. But yeah, it just felt weird. Like, it was cool. Like, I think the whole movie overall is cool. I think this movie, though, is like, so, like, if you are not a Marvel fan, this movie is just not for you. Like, there's no way I feel like non-Marvel fans can watch
No way. I don't think so.
I think it's basic enough to anyone can love this movie.
I think that's a true statement for Endgame. You can't, I mean, you could maybe like Endgame but not be a Marvel fan, but like you get the most out of that movie as being a Marvel fan. This one I don't think as much, because then you have no frame of reference for the Guardians, so their conversations aren't awkward as shit. And then like maybe you could make that argument.
They explain everything pretty much. Like,
yeah, they walk you through everything. This was almost made for non-Marvel fans.
It's like a recap, essentially.
Yeah.
I feel like if I was a non-Marvel fan and I watch this, I'd be like, what the fuck is this movie? Like,
but you could say the same for Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah. I just think Thor Ragnarok's funnier, and I think Thor Ragnarok, like,
I think the jokes are good in this movie.
I think
or do you think it's only because Thor Ragnarok was so out there compared to the rest of the Marvel movies before then that you're like, oh man, this shit's awesome.
But this movie is just as out there. Like it is totally just as out there. Thor Ragnarok. So this movie opens with Thor and the Guardians, right? Yeah, and they're just like fighting random aliens or whatever. Like this one is just.
Well,
as
it doesn't
weird.
start with Korg being like Thor. This is who he is,
Yeah.
and then it gets into that blah blah.
Right. You know, his mom carried him into battle, and he had a fake hammer or whatever the fuck, which is really cute. I loved that shit. But like, you know, I don't know. I think with the story beats being exactly the same as Ragnarok, I was like, this is a little boring. We couldn't do why
Yeah.
couldn't we spend a little more time in New Asgard? Why couldn't I see Tessa Thompson in more pantsuits?
Yeah, she
Why
didn't
was
really
I-
do much.
Why was I only allowed to be half bricked?
I mean, not having Loki
Yeah, that's
too. I
true.
think it's like because I loved Loki and Ragnarok as well. Like,
Yeah, but
but
I feel like we got so much Loki in the fucking 6-episode miniseries that they
Yeah.
gave us of him.
and that's the thing. Like, you can't. There's no way to put Loki in this movie. So like, you
Well,
can't
no, he's
have
dead.
him.
He is non-existent. Yeah. We
Shit,
saw.
it depends.
Go
I
ahead.
mean, it depends
But
what
yeah.
kind of space best. He could bop in at any point in time. He has the technology.
No, he's stuck. Remember at the end of the series?
Man, we don't really know what's going on.
He's
at
on the
end of that
time
series.
loop or whatever. I don't know
No,
what's
he's
going
in
on.
TVA. Stop it. How dare you?
Yeah.
But I mean, do we want to talk about what tier of Marvel movie this is, or do we want to save it for later?
We'll just
I
save
feel
it
like
for
I
later.
feel like everyone knows. Like, I feel like it's not anybody seen this movie. It's not a surprise.
I mean, the audio or the critics are 68. I think
Yeah,
that kind of.
I'm pretty sure this is just as bad as the second Thor movie, critics wise.
This could honestly be like the. It might be lower because now it's 68.
I'm looking it up right now. No, Thor 2 has a 66.
Shit, but it just had a 69 the other day. It might be done at 68 though, but that's just gone down 1 point since a couple days ago.
Which is, like, I know I've been shitting on this movie. I would rather watch this movie over Thor: The Dark World 100 times.
Oh
I-
yeah.
Yeah, come on. This is
I-
an easy one.
I mean, but
I
like
think
the
it's just
critics
hard-
don't think so.
It's hard not to compare this to Ragnarok. It's its biggest issue. Like
Yeah.
how Eric was saying. Like, I think because it was so like it was kind of like a once in a generational type thing. Ragnarok, what it did, and like if this was the movie that first did it, I'd be like, oh, that was interesting. That was it was
Well,
different.
yeah.
It was catchy, but it feels like a watered down Ragnarok, which isn't a bad thing. Like, I'm not saying I don't like the movie.
Yeah, I guess we're
But does
like
it
saying
even
all
feel-
this shit.
But does it feel watered down?
I think
because,
so.
like,
I think
you-
the jokes and the stuff, like the style of everything, I feel like it doesn't hit as hard as Ragnarok. And I don't know if it's just personal preference, but
Because it could have
as I
been. There were some jokes in here that I legit laughed out loud, and
Mhm.
and there were moments where I was the only one laughing.
Yeah.
The whole theater didn't laugh at a couple jokes, and I was like,
All 100 of you, and you're the
Yeah.
only one.
Yeah.
And I'm like-
I mean, my theater is pretty packed.
and like everybody's
But
like,
like
crickets.
for this
Go
having like a big cast, the supporting cast in Ragnarok is just better. I feel like
They're the same
I-
supporting cast.
no, you don't have Loki, you
Because,
don't have Grandmaster, you don't have
Loki's trash. Get trash Loki out of here.
Loki's not trash.
'Cause
So
you know
go
what?
ahead.
Tessa Thompson is in this movie more,
Yeah, I was
which
gonna
I'll
say,
take.
Tessa Thompson is great.
I think Tessa Thompson is better in Ragnarok.
No way, bro. No way. Her relationship with Jane Thor in this movie, Jane Foster Thor in this movie,
Yeah.
is awesome. The
It
two of
is.
them
That is
working off
good.
each other. She's just so much. I think she's so much better in this movie, and like seeing her dealing with like them becoming a tourist town, and her being like, "Fuck, I'm stuck in these suits. I wish I could just cut something in half." Like, that's a cool character development. Like, we're seeing the world grow, right? So like it's more enjoyable watching her, I think, in this movie. Where in the first one, in Ragnarok, she's just like, I'm edgy because my sisters died.
I mean, I liked her as just like she was like the bumbling drunk stuff. I thought was hilarious in Ragnarok, and then
Yeah,
like,
she
here
was
it's like,
drunk though, like Iron Man got drunk in Iron Man 2, which was he went sip. I can't
Yeah.
handle my beer. Pew pew pew.
I mean, that scene where she falls off on there is pretty fucking funny when she's walking down that thing and just falls off. Hilarious. More
You're not
funny than
drunk if
anything
you're
she
not
did in this.
depressed. No way, dude. No
I
way.
mean, she wasn't
dude.
funny. She was funny in this movie. You thought she was funny?
Yes, I legitimately.
When?
So there were multiple moments where she's just interacting with people and she's the comedic highlight of the moment. The thing that jumps to my mind is when her and Jane Jane and Odin's son are talking to each other, and Odinson is just being fucking weird, and then Jane is like, all right, I'm gonna move forward or whatever, and then Valkyrie walks up and she's like, hey, what was that? What's going on? And he's like, and she goes, oh, don't worry, we're on the same team. And he goes, don't talk to me about teams. And she's like, yeah, we're on the Jane Foster team. Like that interaction is the one that jumps to the top of my mind. But her interactions are like that the whole movie. When you see, like, when Thor's dick falls out, she's like, oh, maybe we should hold on. Maybe we should wait. We should see how this shit plays out. And then, like, I think she carries the weight comedically multiple times throughout this movie. And maybe you're just like, women aren't funny, and that's your prerogative. But I think women are funny.
The only thing I liked about her, like, in the movie was her and Jane, like, their whole thing, though, is great. Yeah, like, her and Jane Foster is great.
I want a Jane Foster, Thor, and Valkyrie buddy cop movie.
Correct. I think those two together were good. Like, probably some of the best stuff. Like, but overall, like, her and Thor stuff, I didn't feel like when it was actually her and, you know, OG Thor, I was kind of just like, okay, whatever. Like, it didn't really do much for me. But when it was Jane and Valkyrie, then it's like, okay, this is working.
So you're like
come on, when she's
so
like,
you're like
when
the
she
girl
like,
on Girl Shit.
100%. Yeah. Now we know. The more you know.
Go ahead,
like when she walked in on Jane with the sink, she was like, hey, what's going on in there, man? Hey, what are you doing?
Yeah, I'm fine. The sink doesn't say as much. Like, yeah. It's just she definitely. I don't know. I thought she brought a real levity to the movie that was Korg last movie. You know, like he was. I would say he was one of the comedic, you know, spotlights of Ragnarok, because it was just a funny character doing funny shit. You know, I don't know. That's surprising. I didn't think you'd be like, yeah, she wasn't funny. Trash.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't say she was trash. I didn't think she was funny.
That's the same thing. If someone's trying to be funny and they're not funny, that's you going, yeah, that was trash.
Yeah, but comedy's so subjective. Like, I'm sure, like, yeah, people loved it. I'm sure other people are like, oh, you know, it doesn't really hit.
Yeah. I don't know. That comedy's pretty objective. People could
say the same about, what's it called? What's it, Korg? Some people could say, oh, I'm tired of this same little bit.
I feel like he wasn't in the movie much.
Yeah, and he's pretty, like, one note, too. But, like,
You just say, hey, pal. Hey, bud.
Yeah. The funniest thing for me was the whole, like, face part. But I don't want to get too spoilery. Like, I thought that was pretty funny.
Did you? Oh, we'll get into that. Because I feel a certain type of way about that scene in the movie. Because I don't think it was very funny. All right, more non-spoilery. Russell Crowe's Zeus. Love that shit. That was
fun.
Like, it said him.
Yeah,
I was
bro.
Like, I was looking at him. I was like, is this him? I'm like, is it?
And I love
that Bobby B.
I love that it was. I just love that he was Italian for some reason.
Yeah, like, they had a weird accent going on.
It was so good.
Yeah.
I thought everything on that planet was really good. They just didn't spend enough time there.
Yeah, we needed to see more of the other gods, see what they were up to.
Dude, they gave your people a shout out though, Eric. There was
I saw it. Trust me, I saw.
Doesn't the movie actually start with gore?
It does. So the movie opens with Gore's backstory, and then we get Thor's backstory, and then we go to Jane, and that's how the movie starts. I don't know how I
feel about that, to be honest.
Oh, they handled Gore. Gore sucked in this movie.
It was weird.
This is another shitty handling of a villain from Marvel. I'm gonna have to go talk to fucking Kevin Bitchy over there and teach him how to write a fucking villain. Because this was trash. Gore was so not good, and he's so good in the comics. He's such a scary individual. And here it's just it's fucking machinist Christian Bale going, I have a sword.
Yeah.
Like,
and it's not like they had a bad actor. They have Christian Bale, dude. He could have done anything.
Bale. Oh
yeah. Dude, imagine if it wasn't Christian Bale, though.
Oh, it'd have been fucking trash. But maybe if it wasn't Christian Bale, they would have been like, yeah, you could CGI me, make me look like an alien. And maybe the character would have been a little bit cooler. But the CGI in this movie was trash.
Dude, James,
he didn't have CGI.
Or was her face weird?
Her mask was dog shit. I'm so glad someone else brought it up so I didn't have to be the only one to do it. Go ahead, Eric.
There's also times where I was looking at Chris Hemsworth. I'm like, something's off about this guy, man. Like,
It's the mask.
I
It's
don't,
like
know if I don't know if it was just me. No, it'd be like without his
I
mask.
think
I'm like
you're
looking at him, I'm
discovering
like,
yourself, Eric. That's what it is.
I'm like, no, like
No,
he just looked.
I want to
he
see
looked
him with
weird.
something off.
The scene in the
Or maybe
trailer,
that was
right,
just
where
me.
you see each other. Since it's not a spoiler because it's in the trailer, where they see each other.
Right.
But like
yeah.
when they don't have their mask on or whatever, their face because like they CGI something on their faces, I think, and I don't know why.
It's the mask.
But no, it's
Those-
when they have
But the oh my god. Yeah, it's just me. We're gonna sit here until this
that's
Yeah,
the
comes
thing
back.
too.
weird.
Like when they take their mask off, it's like when they're going side by side. It's like because it's like dark and light, and then when you look at
But
their
it's like
faces,
only above. It's like only like this part looks weird to me.
yeah,
Only, like
it's-
above their eyebrows.
it was some weird
Well, the
like
mask
like
is only from their eyes up.
yeah, but there
I
are
think
scenes
James
where they
is
have
right.
no mask
Well,
whatsoever unless they
my call
CGI the
dropped,
mask.
so I don't know what he
off them.
said.
So like it would be super
Hmm.
weird if this is what they did because it's like it almost looks like yes their face was like not muscular enough or their face was not young enough so they try to alter it in certain scenes which is weird.
So,
So like
I mean,
Or like
it
you're
would.
saying, they have while they're filming it, they have the mask on, but they're not going to take off the mask while filming, so they're going to CGI their upper face.
I mean,
and if
maybe.
that's what they did because something's weird like and it was a few scenes and I was like what it's like their face is almost like morphine and I was like what is going on here?
I was like, is that Chris Hemsworth? He doesn't look like Chris Hemsworth. He looks
Yeah.
weird.
I mean,
I don't know if it
yeah.
was just me, if I was high or not. I don't
I
know.
think a lot of the CGI looks dog shit in this movie.
Yeah,
Like
and
they
it could
make,
just be CGI problems. Yeah,
I mean, but like, why rush it? Y'all have a bottomless pit of money. You guys are fucking
Yeah.
Walt Disney.
This is delayed,
Yeah.
wasn't it?
no,
no,
didn't this get
Was
moved
it?
up?
Oh,
I
shit,
think
you know,
they all
think
got
it-
moved up. To be
Yeah,
honest.
which is wild. Let this thing bake for another 4 months so that it looks stellar. Like this to me, this whole movie had a little seasoning of the one scene from Dune where the mask comes off. That was
Oh,
this
no.
movie. That was that was literally the thing that I thought about the whole movie. I was like, oh great,
I
it's just
agree with you.
Dune again. Yeah,
There's some off canny shit about Thor for me. I don't know.
I mean, I
it
did-
was Jane for me more often than it was Thor.
No, yeah, Jane. There was, and I think it's because of she. Without spoiling too much, just like you're getting like you're looking at her in different ways. I guess
Yeah.
you could say.
Yeah,
And I
yeah.
think that was the issue.
So
they
I
were
w-
like,
I was gonna hold on to
Mm.
that too, because that was
Yeah.
gonna be the argument that I was gonna make. Was it makes sense if Jane maybe looks a little weird because they may have to do some more CGI to her, and maybe someone forgot to take a mask off from a different scene where they
Yeah.
had to do something to her face. But like,
Yeah.
you could have
like-
almost like 3 to 4 different Janes like throughout this movie almost.
Yeah.
So like it makes sense. But with Hemsworth, it's weird because it's like, bro, and you have like shit from Hemsworth from the last like 5 movies. Like,
yeah,
like what? Why are you having issues with CGI for him specifically?
it is
You
crazy.
got so many
Maybe
images.
he got too buff. They had to debuff him.
Nah, hell no. He was he
I
was
mean,
looking.
yo,
Dude was looking like a fucking 7-course meal in this movie. You could feel the vein through the screen
Yeah.
off his fucking bicep. Man,
That is
he was,
true.
I think he wanted so much to do with like his aesthetic of like the rock thing that maybe that's what kind of it was just I don't know.
Did he say he wanted to look like The Rock?
No, like a rock and roll type,
Oh.
like 70s, 80s.
But like
vibe.
rock and rollers from those time were thin. They were skinny little fucking
little
twinks.
boys.
Yeah.
I mean, he reminds me of fucking Hulk Hogan, honestly. But
Hulk Hogan was a wrestler. He was no rock
Yeah.
star.
dude, he played that air guitar better than anybody I've ever seen.
But like, the thing that gets me is there's a scene, and I can't remember exactly where it's at, but I could have sworn I saw her ear clip through her helmet.
Oh
It probably did.
Yeah, and I was like, oh hell no, I'm not watching this right now, am I? It's like when when Wolverine Origins like got leaked on Pirate Bay, but none of the CGI was done, so it just looked like
I
shit.
never saw that.
Oh really?
Yeah, that's
It was
crazy.
huge. Yeah, and so Wolverine Origins dropped, and I guess
I
it was-
only legally buy stuff. Though,
I never,
so.
I only saw clips while I was
Secondhand,
watching the
yeah.
whole movie. But like the whole movie got dropped, but it was like like a half a year before it was supposed to come out, so none of the CGI was done. So it was like the claws looked even worse. There was like wires and shit. It was really, it got talked about a lot. But like that gave this, like, I was like, holy shit, how did they let this shit happen? They leaked the movie themselves.
I would love to see like this movie now. Like I need to see it again, and I need like, I'm like, okay, is it me? Is it like something with a?
Is it
like,
me?
I need like so then I can pause. I need to pause the scenes and be like, okay, something is wrong.
They're gonna fix it before it comes out to Disney Plus. I would imagine, right?
Think so?
I'll go see it in theaters again. Fuck them.
I'm gonna go see it again in a couple.
What are they gonna do?
Yeah, I'm gonna go see it again in a couple
Allegedly,
weeks.
I would never do that.
I'm going to do it. What are they gonna do? Stop me?
I'm gonna go to my flea market and see if they got a copy.
Look,
Honestly.
look, I paid to see this movie. I'm gonna download it onto my phone if I want.
Shit, I helped to get that Great Thursday it had.
What? Okay, so what else? How did we get? Okay, so Christian Bale was trash in the role because the role was trash.
I mean, they didn't utilize him enough. They should have.
I mean, he was really only in the movie for like 15 minutes.
I also don't know about that villain outside of the movie.
I mean, they explained it. That was it. That was the whole backstory for Gore, which is he prayed to some gods. The gods didn't answer. The sword came to him, and he went, "I'm gonna kill some gods."
Dude, that first god looked kind of whack. You're right. It had that Dune feeling.
Yeah, CG was terrible
because he was like supposed to be like twice his size, and then the original holder of the necro blade or whatever looked bad. It was all just bad.
It was all like whimsical. At first, I was like, okay, this is like whimsical, and maybe it's supposed to look like that. But then when you watch the movie and it has more CGI problems, you're like, oh no, that's just bad CGI.
Yeah.
But you know what look good? The chickens or whatever they were.
The chickens.
But it's like, it's because it was so whimsical that some of the stuff did look like it was supposed to be like that. But the guy looked unproportional, the first guy, which was weird.
Yeah.
And
I don't know what happened
just,
there.
like the eye knew something was off, and it was just like I couldn't look past it.
Which is so weird though, because
start squinting,
looking through your fingers and shit.
Yeah,
but it's so weird.
Yeah, I was just so scared, dude. When Gore came out, I was fucking petrified.
But hey, look, you're talking shit. But when he was like full on Gore, like sharp teeth and everything, I was like, this dude's kind of fucking scary over here. He got the yellow eyes and shit.
The stuff in the little cage part, like that was a little cool looking.
I thought that was legitimately like this is a nice little horror element in the middle of this Thor movie. But then he was like playing jokes. And I was like, if you're going to be scary, just be scary.
Same thing when he first encroached like on the new Asgard, right?
Yeah.
It was like all dark, moody.
I think it was so weird though, because like with some of the villains, like, and it's just a Marvel issue, they want to like redeem some of the people by the end, so they don't want to go like too deep in it. Like, not everybody needs to be redeemable.
But
like,
was Gore redeemed in the comic book?
I don't know.
I'm looking it up right now. But I agree with you. Like, just let some bad people be bad. What's the problem?
Like, I think that's what made Hela pretty cool, because it's just like, she's terrible the whole fucking time.
Yeah, she was a straight dickhead the whole time.
Yeah, and even like Ego, who isn't great, it also helps that character because, like, some people are not redeemable. They don't need to be redeemable. Everyone's not an anti-hero and just made one bad decision.
And maybe that's why those movies are really good, and like they're super enjoyable. Is because the villains are really good and really enjoyable. Keep talking, keep vamping.
You think that's what? To sidebar, do you think that's what The Rock's gonna do in Black Adam?
No. Black Adam is gonna be bad, but it's gonna be fun. Just like
I mean, Rock's gonna do some cool ass shit. Is what's gonna happen.
Look, if I have to see that trailer again, it'll all be worth it. When he gets to the line, "We don't kill people." Well, I do.
Yeah, that's what I mean. When he says that, yeah.
I mean,
they show a lot of that movie too. They show the whole supporting cast, like,
which is cool though. Too. But that's cool. I don't mind. I'm not going to a fucking DC. For one, it's a hard pull to get me to go to a DC movie at this point anyways.
Yeah. I'll see it because The Rock.
Yeah. So, like, I don't give a fuck if I see everybody who's in the movie. I'm still going for The Rock.
Show me everybody.
Yeah.
And my 007 is in that movie.
Yeah, great. The best 007, all right. Didn't have some of the worst movies in the fucking franchise. But, like-
Shit, everyone has one good 007 movie, and that's it.
That's not true. Fucking My Blonde Boy had a couple of good 007 movies, and you
One
can't
and a
tell
half
me.
at best.
No way,
Nah,
dude. You're full of
he had
shit.
at least 3.
No, you guys are fucking lying.
2 for
dude.
sure. I don't
2
know
for
about the
sure.
3.
I'll
2
give you
for
2.
sure, though.
I'm pushing it on the 3. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're a liar.
But like comparing it to a movie like that, for one, he's not the hero.
Yeah.
Black Adam is very explicitly an anti-hero. He
Mhm.
he is always going to be killing people, but he's always going to do it for the right reasons. He's like a Venom-esque.
It is
character.
like Venom.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's Venom.
Except-
it's Punisher. It's like Wolverine. Like it's like
Well,
those
Wolverine
characters.
is more of a good guy.
I mean, now. I mean, sure. I guess. But
Yeah. Well, yeah. He was a mercenary at first.
I mean, that's what
But, like-
Gore was doing. He was doing it for the right reasons.
That was what who was doing?
Gore.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, the guys
I mean,
that do
his-
shit for you. Why do they get to be there? I guess you know.
Yeah.
Like, that's how he felt. I'm not saying he's right, but I agree.
Oh man, you're gonna be one of those people with the Gore was right fucking
Yeah.
thing protesting Thor. It looks like Mjolnir of his older self, the prayers of the gods are absorbed. Thor is the present and then uses. Okay, so in the comic book, it looks like Thor just kills Gore. Spoilers for Jason Aaron's run on Thor from fucking like 10 years ago, almost at this
it's
point.
a while ago. Yeah, was it like
Um,
2015?
2013 was when Gore
Okay.
God of Thunder Thor God of Thunder number 5 came out. 2013. And like that's the cover where he's like actively fighting Gore and his symbiote blade.
I mean, he does look cool as shit though in the comic books.
Yeah, he could have looked cool too if Christian Bale wasn't like, I bloody want my face on the screen, mate.
They clearly didn't
that
give
what
them
he
enough
said?
for the budget. They
No.
didn't give enough for the budget
No,
because like there's no way all the CGI is that bad.
but it's Christian Bale. So like if
Yeah.
he's like if I'm signing on to do a fucking cookie cutter Marvel movie, I want my face to be on screen. Like there's no way he's going to let them
man.
cover his face up. Dude, he's too big of an actor and his ego is way too fucking big to be covered up by some CGI.
You know what we needed him to do? We needed him to play Judge Dredd next. And if he takes the mask off,
Then we know, bro. Then we absolutely know. Because Sylvester
Yeah.
Stallone couldn't keep that bitch on because
Yeah.
he's like, nah.
but what's his face did, and I can't think of his name, but he's pretty
Carl
good.
Urban, bro. Billy
Yeah,
Butcher
yeah.
fucking kept that mask on. He did the
Yeah.
character right. God, we need to review that movie, dude. That movie's
Judge
rad.
Dredd, dude, I always liked it. Like
It's
I
so
thought it was
good.
great.
Anybody who doesn't like it is just a fucking pansy leftist fucking cuck, liberal cuck.
100%.
Wait, Carl Urban did a Judge Dredd?
He is Judge Dredd.
Yeah.
Bro, have you never
Oh,
seen that
man,
movie,
oh,
Eric?
yeah.
Yeah, I did see that. I didn't realize that was him.
Well, yeah,
Honestly.
because he kept the mask on.
Yeah. Goddamn mask.
Because his ego's not too big to fucking do the character right.
Man.
But yeah, I don't
And
know.
Cersei Lannister's in there, dude.
She is. She's the bad guy.
Yeah.
Man, what a fucking
we need
dope
to
ass movie.
interview Christian Bale and be like, hey man, did you not want to get your face covered
And
up?
he'd
Or
be
what's
like,
going
oh,
on?
good for you. Have you ever
I mean,
seen
Carl
that?
Urban though is so good. We need. He actually wasn't. Doesn't he play what's his face right in Ragnarok?
Yeah, he's the 2 AR-15 guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's just so good in everything. Damn,
Yeah, I
maybe
would
he
like
should have
more
been in
of
this
him.
movie.
Yeah.
I mean,
I've
he's just
been
doing
okay.
he's doing so good in The Boys. I'd rather The Boys be great and him not being anything else, to be honest with you.
I mean, yeah, 100%. If I can get a good series over one-off movie, I'll take the series every day.
Yeah. I'm like looking through the cast list. Natalie Portman, always amazing. She was absolutely fantastic in this movie. She's so weird, so fucking awkward.
I
Doesn't
think
have
she
a
was
good
her best in
catchphrase.
this movie. Like the other ones, I think she's okay.
So
And-
science.
It's so science, dude. She fucking ripped that dude's book in half or whatever
Yeah.
the fuck.
She said, hey, Interstellar's a great movie, and I agree with her.
Yeah, I mean,
Same.
look, but that's not the consensus though. Not a lot of people like it, but now at least the 4 of us like Interstellar, so that's all that matters. I'm
And
like,
this is like Tenet all over again.
yeah, I'm like looking through the cast list though, and it's like they only talk about. There's not many people in this movie, I guess,
No,
which is so weird.
They just they threw in Sif in there.
just cause, yeah.
No, yeah,
Did they
why
try to
not?
bring the actress back, or like what's that about?
I maybe because she was the only living person from Thor's crew.
Yeah.
And shit, the only reason she wasn't in that is because she was filming something else, which is kind of funny.
Yeah.
Um, and then it's a character like because of Planet Hulk and stuff is like Meek. Like Meek is so like good in that storyline, and he's useless in this.
But he dies in that storyline.
Yeah, but he's also like a fucking villain. Like,
Yeah.
and in this he does nothing.
Well, he works for fucking the king, dude.
Dude, he cut a fucking ribbon at some ice cream shop or some shit.
Yeah, he works for the king, brother. You gotta fucking.
But that's a character where it's like, okay, they're like, all right, Meek, all right, you're done. Korg, though, we're doubling down because Taika does the voice.
Well, but Meek doesn't talk. He just goes.
I know. If Meek does not sabotage somebody in the next fucking film, I'm done.
He's never gonna, dude. Come on.
He's not, dude. But he's useless now. He's stupid.
Does he?
Come on.
I can't remember that. Does he really sabotage it?
He's the one that does the stuff with the bomb that actually blows it up and kills the wife and everything.
Oh, but he didn't sabotage nothing. He was just trying to fucking get the bomb out.
No, he was not trying to get the fucking bomb out.
I'm looking right now. Meek was.
I mean, honestly, who the fuck's Meek?
He's a little bug, dude.
He had a bug with the clipper hands.
And he had the suit on.
Yeah.
He was taking the meeting minutes. We don't have minutes. We don't have.
Hey, that was pretty funny though.
I laughed really hard at that one.
Yeah.
Attacked and killed by local Imperials, forcing Meek to flee underground.
We
He was
needed
accidentally
more
rescued.
Kat Dennings, dude. That's what I'm saying, dude.
Look, you got a lot of her in WandaVision, all right? You better take what you can get and
You're
don't
right,
cry
dude, you're
about it.
right.
You're
Wait,
lucky
did you say you wanted more?
Kat Dennings.
Oh,
I mean, you're lucky she was even in this movie because she literally
I was
said,
actually surprised.
"Yeah, she was
she
like,
was better in WandaVision. Her lines were kind of felt weird in this.
cause she got fucking shoehorned in. Cause
Yeah.
they probably read the script, were on set, and were like, it's a little weird. She's here alone, isn't it? That's kind of weird."
Let's bring someone in. Hurry.
Yeah, I don't know. Keep vamping. Who else? Who else are we talking about? Kind of weird that they put the doctor from the first Thor, and he's like, "Nah, bitch, you're dying."
Yeah.
So weird.
I mean, they were like, all right, we're bringing back everybody from the first Thor. Like,
Yeah.
if we can, we will.
They should have brought back the Collector or whatever the fuck his name was.
The Grand Master?
No, he died at the end
Yeah.
of Ragnarok, didn't he? I don't think
No.
Grandmaster's alive, is he?
No, don't they like the people like kidnap him or something?
Yeah, the people on the
The
planet.
wiki is saying Jeff Goldblum and Peter Dinklage are both set to reprise their respective roles as Grandmasters from Thor Ragnarok and E3 from Avengers Infinity War, but
I thought he died.
their scenes were cut from the theatrical release.
So canonically, he's still dead.
So, no,
Lena
I'm
not
Headey
alive
is
anymore.
also set to appear, but her scenes were removed as well.
So really quick, it couldn't have been Meek that exploded the bomb because Meek led the army that Hulk had to Earth, and he was one of the people championing the destruction of Earth with Hulk. So
he did something.
I mean, yeah, Meek was trying to fucking blow the planet Earth up.
Yeah, she's championing for it.
Yeah. But like, if they would have brought back Jeff Goldblum, I would have been like, this is just fucking literally Ragnarok 2 Electric
There would have
Boogaloo.
been no need for him in this movie.
Yeah, they would have just been. They
Who
wanted
did,
him
who
there.
did Lena Headley?
Lena
Headey?
Headey?
Who did
She
she play
played
again?
somebody?
In this?
Yeah, her scene was cut, but like, who is she in the MCU?
Has she ever been in the MCU?
I'm looking it up. I don't fucking know.
Not
Is
that I
she?
know of.
Is she?
There's a lot of cuts for this movie, apparently.
Well, yeah, 4
Is
hours.
that 4 hour thing you're saying?
Bro, I don't think she was, Eric.
Oh, maybe this was supposed to be her first shit, and then they cut her.
They
Anyways,
sliced her up.
I mean,
That
I
might
like how they keep bringing back the other Hemsworth brother and Matt Damon to do the little skits, though. That
Yeah,
was-
but
Dude, those guys are hilarious.
but that made it feel like Ragnarok all over again. Like,
yeah, I mean, but they do that
reusing-
in like every Thor movie, though.
They only started that in Ragnarok. What are you talking about?
yeah, I thought they were.
Matt Damon's not in Thor 2?
Go look it up. Why are you asking me? You're in front of a computer.
Dude, Thor's the trashiest one, dude. He's probably not in that.
Yeah, he's definitely not in that one. No, because the first two Thor movies took themselves too seriously. So they were never going to do a scene where these two chuckle fucks are making shit up. Though them getting expanded characters in this, that was funny to me, where they're like, King, can we write a play on this? Like, I thought that was funny, but just seeing another play... Oh, and don't get me started about that stupid fucking bitch being in this movie.
That casting cracked me up. I was not ready for it. I thought it was great.
It made me so fucking mad because I fucking hate her.
McCarthy?
Yeah, I fucking hate that bitch. I don't think she's funny at all. And in this movie, she does the same shit. She's bumbling around. She's going, I'm fat.
No, Joey.
Dude, it makes me so mad. Look.
Your woman hate's coming out, dude.
Look, if it means that I have to hate women to hate Melissa McCarthy, I hate women.
Oh, wow.
The views of Joey do not reflect.
Don't reflect you. They definitely reflect James, though.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't think she's in a... Oh, no, she was. Yeah. Under film, it says Lena Headey was in Thor Love and Thunder.
So we'll have to wait till the deleted scenes come out.
Where she's just like in a fucking normal ass clothes doing her lines.
Yeah. She's an Asgardian citizen.
She's in the play.
She's the mother of one of the kids.
So really quick, let's get into spoilers. Let's do like 10 minutes of spoilers and then let's wrap this up. We good with that?
Yeah.
Well, James is like really looking up the thing that I told him to look up, and I can't even remember what his question was. Hercules is in the MCU now. That's dope. I want to see them fight because Hercules looked really good. I was like, yo, he looks so good.
He looked OG, man, like his whole attire.
So that actor is from
Ted Lasso.
Ted Lasso, and he's so good.
Oh, really?
I'm so hyped to see what he does. Yeah, he's honestly... He might be my favorite character in Ted Lasso. That's how good that guy is.
What?
Not even the main dude.
Not even Ted? You don't even like Ted as much?
No, because if you watch Ted Lasso, like Ted has his ups and downs. Like this guy is his character the whole time.
Yeah.
And like you root for him. Like he's like an aging star type thing.
Oh, some real Star is Born shit.
And he's real like gruff. Like so that's why I think. And then like he just looks the part.
Oh, he's like perfect manly shit.
Yeah, he's like he's what you would think of he fits that whole like old English man type
shits
thing.
with the door open.
Makes his own bacon.
His breakfast has beans all over it. I thought that was cool. And like to see that Zeus is alive still, I thought that was dope. I was like, damn, fuck yeah, let's go. Like we're
Dude,
getting...
I honestly was very excited when they brought up Zeus because like I took like a Greek class, and so I know Zeus is kind of a badass. Like badass.
Not no more, apparently.
In this one, he kind of was a little gluttonous.
But like, I don't think the gods. I don't know how much they pull from like actual mythology inside of the Marvel mythology. Like, I think that there's some pretty big deviations. Like, I don't think Zeus ever fucked anybody as a goose or whatever in the Marvel universe. But who's to say?
It was funny when they were like, "Ooh, man, the gods are kind of bad, huh?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe we don't want their help.
I mean, Korg's god being there was pretty funny, though.
Dude, and then did you see what he was sitting on?
I see. It looked like just rocks, but it was so quick. I didn't really...
he was sitting on a throne of scissors. Because Rock smashes scissors. I saw that. Bro, I was fucking cackling in that movie theater, and nobody laughed. I was like, no.
I just didn't see it. Like, I think that's pretty people probably didn't see it.
It was so fast. But, like, I looked up at him, and I was like, damn, his throne looks weird, and it's a bunch of scissors handles. I was like, oh, that's so fucking funny, dude. I love this
real
shit.
Quick, though, in comics, Meek does turn on Hulk at some point in time.
Just not on Scar.
Yeah, he goes, well, it is, but they like go back to it, like after they lose or whatever, and then he like joins like this other forces. There's some psychological thing that happens, I guess. He has like eggs and shit.
But if
it's the whole thing.
But if it's not him, if it's an outside source, then you can't say that Meek did it.
A virus.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter to me. Make Meek turn evil.
Man, make Meek evil again.
Yeah, that's my t-shirt.
What else are you looking up? Please
that was it.
That's it,
Oh.
dude. He was...
You wanted me to look up something else, but I got sidetracked.
The more important thing that you asked about. You asked me a question.
I'm gonna let you know though. This was way more important to me.
But you were wrong. Oh, I hate it.
I just knew Meek did some bad shit to Hulk, and I couldn't stand.
But it wasn't his fault. You can't blame him.
Did you guys like the screaming goats? I thought the bit got old.
Look,
At times it worked well. At other times it was just unnecessary.
I am someone who hates stupid characters for the sake of being stupid. To me, especially in a Disney movie, when you have like the chicken in Moana, I fucking hate that shit. That shit pisses me off. But the
Moana sucks.
And Moana sucks, but that's a different story. Okay, you can suck and still have a cool shit character.
Yeah.
But these in fucking this movie, these goats, I love that shit. It was so funny. It was so funny every time.
You're fucking ill, dude. I can't stand you.
I liked it. But
It was
then
so
I was
funny.
Like, all right.
So what
at
parts?
certain times it was perfect.
No, I think the first minutes they introduced it was too much.
When they
Every
come
time after that,
in,
it was fine.
When they come screaming in to like
Through
break
the
them
God
out or
Palace?
whatever.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
I could
Yeah.
agree that the first time it was grating, but then they grew on you over time. I could understand that, because the first time it's like, are we gonna have to deal with this whole fucking movie? And then every time they're screaming, I'm like, fuck yeah, let's go, dude.
the Guardians' reactions to them though were pretty fucking funny.
Yeah.
Like,
like
they all try
Nebula,
to kill them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
like that was
Even-
cool. That felt very Guardians.
Yeah, even Mantis was just like, I'm gonna have to kill him. Like,
When like really she could have just put them to sleep, but you know,
which
James-
she should have.
James Gunn would have thought of that, but
Yeah.
apparently Taika didn't.
She kind of forgot about her powers.
All of a sudden, the screaming just fucked her whole thought process up. But yeah, I thought it was fine. I was like, you know
Real
what? This is
quick,
funny
though,
to me.
With their interactions, I thought it was kind of weird though. I understand why Star-Lord was like, hey, yeah, we're out, we're dipping. But like, those other characters, like Thor, and then they're just like, are they... It was
But-
kind of weird with...
Some of the interactions that we may have seen in the 4-hour cut could have been Thor grating on them.
Yeah, because they were like so like over him and indifferent with him by like that time. I was like, oh, that's a drastic change, because like they were all very fond of Thor. It just Star-Lord didn't like him.
But it was the honeymooning period, you know?
Yeah.
They got over
Oh,
that
that's
honeymooning, and they were like, damn, this guy fucking sucks dick. He was trash.
I mean, look at the way he fucking showed up to that first battle, dude, thinking he was the shit.
yeah.
I mean, he is the shit, dude.
Nah.
Thor is stronger than all of them
And
combined.
then he pulled a fucking what the shit with his. So he did the splits. Who's the original actor?
Oh
that did
yeah,
that?
dude!
Van
I'm so glad
Damme.
you said that. He did the
Pulled the
Jean-Claude
Van
Van
Damme.
Damme, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, it was so cool.
I'm not gonna lie, I was a little bricked up because of the Guns N' Roses song in the background, and
Dude,
The whole
he destroyed
scene was
all
awesome.
The good China, though.
I mean, the whole building was good china, and he wrecked it.
and he was like, "Stop talking about it, I'm getting mad."
Yeah,
And said,
I don't want to talk
Yeah,
about
he's
it.
just like trying to apologize. Like, dude, just go.
Yeah,
Please.
we're giving you the goats. Get the fuck out of here.
How did you think those looked? I thought they looked pretty cool though. Like the first villains they were fighting, those like
Yeah.
That's what I said.
dog
Those
type
chickens were
creatures?
great.
Oh,
Is that what they
those
were?
chickens. Yeah.
Whatever
They,
those
okay.
were.
they looked and sounded like chickens. I just didn't.
Okay.
I didn't equate it in my head. You know.
Yeah,
they-
I thought
they
you.
did.
And when you said that, I was thinking of like the woods people in the God scene when you were saying the chickens.
So did I.
Mm.
Yeah,
Because
but yes, I thought
because we're talking about a different scene.
yes, 100%.
Yeah, but no, that CGI was cool. It was just weird CGI that they decided like no one will notice this, except I'm in an IMAX screening and I can fucking notice it. Marvel.
And I think so too, because like the scenes where the faces I felt the most weird were when it's dark out. So they probably like, oh, no one's gonna really be focused on it, and there's a lot going on in the
Yeah.
background.
There's a
But
lot
I'm
of
only looking at the
fires.
characters talking.
Yeah.
That's when I first noticed it during the dark scene, like during the night attack.
Yeah,
I was like, his face is off.
something
man.
was off. Yeah, I don't know.
I was like, is he
Maybe-
missing his eyebrows at first? I was like, is he missing them? And I was like, no, they're there.
Something's missing.
All right. What else?
But I
Anything
think-
else? Go ahead.
I don't know. I think as much as we were, at least I was shitting on the movie in the beginning. I guess the more we talk about it, it kind of did pop off a little bit,
I mean,
No, I enjoyed it.
during our questions. We will talk about what tier we think the movie is. So we'll get there. Y'all told me to wait.
My
Well,
thing is,
we're
I know
ready.
this movie has
I
problems.
told you to wait.
Like, no, I didn't. I was gonna talk about it right then and there.
No, it was me.
We're gonna play it back, and we're gonna see who's gaslighting
me.
me. Okay?
It was me.
No, but James is gonna be like, "Yeah, we can." He's gonna whisper
I feel,
real
I
quiet.
feel like I said a line to talk about it, then we moved on. But I think this movie has its problems. But I'm not. I still think it's good. Like I still don't think it's a bad movie. I think this is better than like some like I guess we're gonna go into the tiers or whatever. But I mean, overall, like I don't think this is one of their worst movies.
No, we should have done it before we started talking about spoilers. If you like Marvel movies, you're gonna like this movie.
I think so too.
Yeah, it's not even a fucking question.
I think if you like Marvel movies and you don't like this one, you're a fucking liar and a poser.
Fake fan, bro. You're a fake fan.
And I will stand for it.
They literally spell out the first three for you.
Yeah, because
So
only fucking
we said-
psychopaths are gonna watch the first two movies ever again. You gotta be crazy as shit.
Yeah. I did love, so they like obviously had to like reshoot all that stuff, their time in between like the movies or whatever, Natalie Portman and Hemsworth when they were together. I thought those were so like good.
It was really good.
And my thing too was like I was really the romance they had and everything like that. I loved it. And honestly, now I'm more pissed because I still don't know who really left.
She left.
She says you weren't there. How would you know? So now I'm like, damn, Thor, did you misread that note?
But if she's off running and doing shit, like, how you gonna fucking fault him for off doing shit? That's just a part of being a fucking adult. Sometimes you gotta take care of shit. If
Thor came home, she was probably in the goddamn office, and Thor said, all right, she left me, I'm out. And then she came home, she said, where the fuck you at, bud?
No, he read the note. The note said, I'm leaving you. She left.
Deuces. Yeah, she left.
She says, though, she says, did I leave? Did I leave first?
But she read the note.
We don't know what the note said. Did he read the note out loud? He's
What's
Thor. He's kind of dumb.
I highly doubt she was like, Thor, I'm going to the store. I'll be back later. And he went, she left me. Like, he's not that dumb.
If anybody would know, it'd be Thor.
No, untrue. Oh, really quick.
God, I love Chris Hemsworth, man. He's way better in this than Spider-Head, let me tell you that.
Oh, 100%.
Spider-Head just sucks.
And then really quick, how do we feel about Thor having a daughter?
I thought it was cool. Is that
I'm not gonna lie, it kind of got me the end. Where they did the whole like movie title. I was like, oh, shit.
I thought it was cool too. I messed with it.
Thor has never had a daughter like this in the comics, so it is a completely separate MCU.
Not canon
thing.
at all.
So it was like the Morgan Stark thing.
He does have canonical daughters, but you only ever see them in the future. So he met them in this storyline when he went to the future. And so you meet, or like in alternate universes where it's like, oh, this is the new Thor and it's just Thor's daughter. But never like this. Like, you get to see Thor be a dad and you have never seen it in the comics. So this is like a brand new thing. I don't know if I can imagine
Chris Hemsworth as a dad.
Chris Hemsworth is apparently a great dad, though. Like, apparently he's like an awesome dad.
Daughter, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. That's why she has the Kiwi accent.
If they do in like 15 years, Morgan Stark, and then so are they calling her Love? Is that her name, or is that just
no? Like, because they don't call Thor Thunder.
Oh, you're right.
You know what
I
mean?
That makes
like
sense.
that's her nickname. Is
what
just
is her
Love.
name? They say it though, right? I'm sure.
When you tell the story, that's how you say it. You're like,
yeah.
And they're known as Love and Thunder.
Gotcha.
It's whatever Gord called her.
Yeah, so now it's like cool. It's like because you now have like some really young people that can be superheroes. Which
her name is Love.
Well,
I'm looking at the plot synopsis on Wikipedia. Gore and his daughter Love struggle in a barren desert.
Nah, someone wikied over that.
But
I mean,
I love
possible.
it. I think she's a great actor. She was a ton of fun to watch. Yeah. Like, I mean,
I'm excited to see what her powers are. I mean, she looks like...
So that was the other cool thing, is that she has the powers of a god. So she got whatever powers from eternity because she was spawned from eternity. So, like, there's still speculation.
She's OP. She's busted.
I mean, she got purple laser eyes, dude. She fucked the pan up, bro. That was a new pan.
She did. It was a new pan.
That's Teflon, at least.
He's trying to make
her name is dead ass Glove, though. Like,
pan flaps.
Trying to make some pan flaps, and she goes pew. But I loved it.
Their interaction was so good, but it also helps that it's actually his child. But it felt so genuine.
It really did. I was like, damn,
that's actually his kid.
Yeah. Hemsworth's
What?
daughter India portrays Love, Gore's daughter. Hemsworth's wife Alyssa Pataki appears as the wolf woman who was one of Thor's past lovers. So they're both in the movie.
Right on.
But like, yeah, I thought it was great. I was like, damn, she is such a good actor. She's a ton of fun. She wielded the fuck out of Stormbreaker. This is gonna be dope. I can't wait to see this play out.
So that interactions, like now that she's brought up Stormbreaker, was some of the funniest thing in the movie for me.
Dude, that shit hit every fucking time.
Yeah.
That shit was awesome.
Every time
And-
Stormbreaker just came from off screen, it
Yeah.
was just like this, and he's like,
Yeah.
you didn't see that.
Hey there.
when
I
he's
was
talking
looking
about
for you.
Zeus's bolt, he said, "Oh no, for Valkyrie, for her."
Not my type of weapon, though.
Yeah,
It was really funny. It was so funny. But
that's
that
like
was-
some of the best bits.
But that's also shit that was different from Ragnarok.
Correct.
We didn't have that type of interaction, so it's brand new. So it's so
Yeah,
funny.
I didn't even know he talked to his weapons, you know?
Yeah, like that's a new development. We learned something new about this character that we've been
Yeah,
with for years.
I knew those weapons like chose their like
Yeah.
wielder, but I didn't know they had personalities. I guess you would say.
Yeah.
So that was super dope. And every time they did it, like they did it throughout the whole movie, and every time it still worked.
Yep.
Like it got
you
to the
know,
end.
you know what pissed me off though? They didn't show fucking Jane becoming Thor. Like I know they were showing the rocks and shit, Mjolnir like fucking zapping and zooping, but like they should have showed her powering up.
So that doesn't happen in the books either. So when you're talking about like the first time she did it, or
the
any
very
time.
first. The
So
very first.
the first time you meet Jane Foster Thor in the books, she doesn't even know who she is. So like,
She's already powered up.
yeah. So
Or she's
Thor-
already in Thor.
Yeah. So Odin's son is like, "Who the fuck are you?" And she's like, "Well, I'm Thor." And then he's like, "No, who are you?" And she's like, I'm Thor." And she like shows him the
Hello?
hammer. Yeah. But like in her monologue, she's like, she doesn't remember who she is either, because this is like a whole new persona to
Mm.
her. And of course, she's still dying from cancer in the book. So it's
Yeah.
like, you know, it makes sense that you don't see her power up because you didn't see her power up in the book. And I'm
I
sure
thought
like,
they did that pretty well too. The cancer
What?
storyline. The whole
yeah.
cancer storyline.
And I think
And-
that's what fucked with the CGI a bit, is because
Yes, exactly.
you know, she was supposed to be cancerous, even though like they were probably just doing so much work on her face all the time anyways, that someone probably just fucked up the masking for her face and like it just screwed it up.
Because she like was in real life super buff, but then in the cancer stuff,
Those are fake arms, I thought.
I thought we established that already, yeah.
That they're fake
when?
arms.
Yeah, I thought we did, yeah.
in this conversation,
No,
Like I don't know, a while ago.
Yeah,
we
it was a
talked
few
about
months
it.
ago.
Foster.
Because we like starting like, oh, you're like, oh, she's skinny. It's fake
'Cause-
muscles.
Because the picture you're talking about, she has way bigger arms than this picture, like or any time in the movie, to be honest with
Yeah.
you.
It's
So I
really
think-
like her like below her shoulder is like it's her top of her bicep that's like big in like these photos.
Yeah, but those are and she's wearing like the red T-shirt.
No. I'm talking about like actual like I
Set
just
photos?
googled Jane Foster fake arms and a bunch of pictures pop up.
Yeah, I think they did some sculpting on it. I'm not gonna lie.
Had to, man.
Yeah.
Some contouring, dude.
Because
Hold
I'm
on.
talking about this one. It's the image that was all over fucking everything.
Yeah, you're talking about the red shirt one, but there's also one where she has a blue shirt on.
No, wait, is that Natalie Portman?
Dude, what the hell is this? This is fake as
It
hell.
looks fake as shit, don't it? And maybe it's
Yeah.
just the way that she's standing that made it look fake. Because
I
she's
mean, it's
like
also
flexing or
smart.
whatever.
Why is she standing like that?
I don't know. She's like, "Hey, bro, what up, bro?" It's just so weird. All right.
See, but her arms look pretty big
Dude,
though
that's,
in this.
that's Brie Larson, dude, on the left, man.
It is Brie Larson, isn't it? That's not.
No.
There's no way that's Natalie Portman, bro. No way. She
Bro,
got blonde
that's
ass
Brie
hair.
Larson, man.
Now Brie Larson's pretty jacked.
Yeah.
Maybe that is Natalie Portman. But why she got blonde hair?
And she has
I
blonde
think-
hair like in some
I don't
of
know
the
what
film.
that is.
But like, she does not have blonde hair in this movie.
Look,
Oh,
look
or,
under
well,
her
I guess
cap.
she does when she's Thor, but she
When she's
doesn't when
Thor,
she's
yeah.
Jane. Yeah. I mean,
Either way, man.
okay, hold on. I found a really funny picture.
Oh no!
I don't know
hate
what that is.
so much.
It is night. It's a night terror though.
Whose body is that?
I don't
know
know.
whose face it is.
They're so old.
Is that Tom Cruise?
It looks
Come
like Arnold
on.
Schwarzenegger or fucking
You know
Stallone's
what?
body.
That is Natalie Portman, but that's probably also post pump. So her muscles are probably
Yeah,
swollen.
she's probably dehydrated.
yeah,
Honestly,
she,
She's
she
pulling a
looks buff.
Wolverine.
She looks good in that, dude. She's gonna beat some.
but like you know, give it a couple hours and her muscles won't be as swollen though.
Yeah.
If she just came out of the gym, of course she's gonna look fucking absolutely roided out.
But when they're like, "All right, you're in Thor suit, get fucking lit. Let's get big."
I mean, yeah, but like she doesn't look that big. I didn't see her and think like, damn, she's fucking massive. You know?
Now
Just like-
imagine if
No,
Kumail Nanjiani. Imagine if he was Thor, dude. His
Oh god, he'd be bigger than Hemsworth, dude.
Yeah, he really
Yeah.
would. I don't know. Hemsworth looked pretty big here though.
wait a minute. Let's
Well,
take that
Hemsworth
right
said
back.
this is the biggest he's ever gotten, though. So, like, I don't think anybody could get bigger.
No, and he was looking motherfucking massive. Dude was looking like a fucking one hunk
Like I
of
said,
muscle.
he had those wings underneath his shit, dude.
Dude, that right there is just fucking
He can't
ridiculous.
scratch his back. Like,
He couldn't scratch his ass even if he wanted to, I don't
he
think.
couldn't scratch his arm.
Yeah, he's just stuck like that his whole life. His arms can't touch his sides. All right, we've been
So
bullshitting for enough. Let's get this done and over with. We're already at an hour. All right, favorite parts. Whoever wants to go first can go first.
Anything
James.
where the fucking weapons would have feelings, it cracked me up the whole movie. Especially Stormbreaker, very emotional weapon.
Super emotional weapon.
Very jealous weapon.
I mean, Stormbreaker did cut off fucking Thanos' head.
Yeah,
I think it
Yeah,
deserved a
but
little more
Mjolnir
love
didn't
than
need to
that.
do that.
and stabbed him in the chest.
And cut his bitch ass up, dude. It was just fucking his whole world up. Are you gonna go, Eric?
Oh, okay. My favorite part was the Russell Crowe interaction.
Everything with
I really
Zeus.
loved it. They were like, "All right, we're gonna go in there on go," and he's like, "What are you talking about on go? No, we need to plan.
Yeah.
I'll talk to him."
I don't really know. I liked a lot of this movie.
The flick string is still, it holds up even though it was in the trailer. You flick too hard! Because he just
And then they showed his tattoos and shit.
The tattoos were fucking hilarious. Like the Rip Loki and shit like that
Yeah.
was so fucking funny.
I could have never anticipated
A
that.
little broken
No.
heart.
Yeah. I don't know what was my favorite part. There's a lot of good parts. I liked a lot of this movie, but I can't pick one that
The
I was
Rob
like,
Van Dam part.
dude, that fight scene maybe. Because it
And
did
they're
go
like,
hard.
"Ah."
Yeah. And they like jumps up and they explode. But like I don't
Yeah,
think I
that's
like
funny.
that part any more than I like the Zeus part any more than I
Mhm.
like the boat scene part. I thought the boat scene to Gore's like world was really good. It was
When it
super
faded to black.
heartfelt. Yeah. And then, you know, they have like the space dolphins and shit like that. And then you have like a cool interaction between Korg and Valkyrie. Like there's a lot of parts that I really like, but I can't think of a favorite part. Nothing jumps out at
Yeah.
me enough.
Yeah, Thor and Jane's relationship, though, like, it went over a lot better than I expected. Because I was like, I don't know how they're going to do this.
Yeah.
Like, and overall, I felt genuine. Like, her, like, and both of them having kind of like that child, like, wonder, like, you know, first love type thing going on. Like, it felt natural. So anytime, you can tell they both were like, oh, I miss
Oh,
you, I still
man.
love you type of thing. And the whole time, I was like, oh, this is really working. Like, they're really working well
Dude,
together.
oh, man, when
Yeah.
Thor was like, "Yeah, you never forget your first," I was like, "Oh, bro,
Yeah.
come on, don't do this to yourself."
Yeah.
Look, man, he was in his feelings. You can't blame him.
Yeah, right.
Was.
It's better to feel. I want to feel shitty about you.
I want to feel shitty. What?
Yeah. I'm not understanding.
Yeah. All
I
right,
want
Lee-
you to make me feel shitty.
I was laughing so hard when he said that shit.
least favorite parts.
The scene amount of times they use the same. I'm gonna jump up in the air with my axe, dude.
Dude, it is.
I
Yeah, that's
was
the only
over it.
move. That's the only move they know how to do. Is I'm gonna jump and slam.
They're like, "Hey, let's reanimate this shit 10 times.
Even
Nah.
Axel
Let's-
did it. Like everybody was
Hey, let's
doing
have
it.
all the kids do it. Fuck it."
That was interesting though too when they all got power.
That was dope as hell, though. I thought that shit was so
Yeah,
cool.
I didn't know he could share his powers like that.
Well, that's it. That's all Odin did with the hammer. Was he spoke magic into the hammer? That's all. So like,
Yeah.
Thor was just like, cause Thor has all the powers of Odin now. So
Yeah.
he was just like, I'm gonna fucking do it with this too, and then threw it. At
and
the
it was
kids.
funny. They said just for a little while.
Just a little bit, not forever.
What Heimdall's son being in there was pretty cool though. I thought that was pretty dope.
We're talking about least favorite parts, though.
I didn't
Oh, my bad.
realize he had
I feel like a lot.
relationship.
Man, you think Idris Elba don't
Yeah.
fuck?
If anybody fucks, it's Idris.
It's
I mean,
100%
I thought
Idris
he was
Elba.
just guarding the whole time, dude. He just sits standing still the whole time.
But we know
Idris
that
is,
weapons are sentient. So you're telling me he didn't fuck that sword?
We don't know.
Oh,
You don't know?
But I
It's
mean,
not on the
there
table.
was a lady that kept like being with him. I'm assuming that's his mom.
Maybe.
who knows?
It could be a doctor.
It could have been a Virgin Mary type thing.
Yeah, you're right. So
Immaculate.
end credit spoilers. I thought Idris looked super weird though.
Really? I liked it.
Just slapped a wig on him. I thought.
Yeah, it looked a little off. I was like, what?
I didn't care though. I was like,
I
oh,
thought
that's
it
cool.
looked fine.
Yeah,
It's not like
it-
they CGI'd some crazy shit onto his head, you know? It was
shit,
okay.
They might as well have.
Least was
Uh,
that your least favorite part? Is the way that Idris Elba looked in the second end credit scene?
100%.
Oh no!
I mean, the movie though, like I know that the gore stuff just to start off, and I was like, okay, that's it. All right, we're in it, I guess. Like it was kind of just like, okay,
Yeah. I mean, but it was never. I don't know that they could have done it any better way. Because if it was just gore killing people, and then we find out later, it would have literally been the same exact scene.
yeah,
Like you know,
but
it
I
was
didn't
gonna,
like it.
You know, no, I know.
Yeah.
But I think it was going to be awkward no matter how
Correct.
they did it.
I don't know what they could have done to do it differently, but I don't like what they did.
Yeah. I agree. I just don't like that the storytelling was just a carbon copy of Ragnarok. That shit is my least favorite part. I fucking hate that. I was like, oh my god, I get it. Oh, great. So now they're going to a new planet with an arena in it, and Thor's gonna have to fight. Oh, fucking cool. It's like I've seen it before. The leader of the planet is gonna be eccentric. Neat. I don't know. It was grating. But then, you know, the jokes happened, and then it all went away. Until
They
It was
probably
the
showed up-
orgy though.
Dude, those orgy jokes are funny as fuck because so I went with the two oldest kids. So they said the word orgy and both of them were like, what the fuck does that word mean? And I
Yeah.
was like, and then the kid in front of me, bro. So this dad brought his two kids and the boy was sitting next to him. The boy must have been like 13. And so Zeus said, "Oh, everybody here is invited to the orgy." And instantly, the kid went over and was like, "Dad, what's an orgy?" And the dad went, "Nope, no, we're not
Yeah.
talking about this. Definitely not right now." So I'm glad my kids were too young to even bother to ask.
But
You
I
should
love
be like,
how
it's
they,
a Greek tradition.
Yeah. So
but then I love
wrestling
how
match.
he was like, "You're about to be uninvited to the orgy." Then he's like, "You are not invited to the orgy." They were like, "Okay, they're going for it."
Yeah. Oh, they needed to get the most out of that joke. Kevin Feige approved it, and they were like, "We're saying it 3 times. Fuck it, I don't care."
Right?
Cinema score.
Oh wait, you're gonna talk about Korg and how you didn't like it, Joey? How they
When he gets destroyed,
fake killed him.
I'm glad you brought that up. So that was my second least favorite part. Because they just pulled a fucking Chewbacca on me. If you're gonna have some emotional shit happen, like Korg dying, fucking make it happen, bro.
I think they should have committed to it. Yeah, I agree
don't
with you.
fucking pull the rug out from under me. Like, then why the fuck do I care? Like, why'd you even do it? It doesn't even make
I liked it.
It's so annoying. It's like, that is so stupid because it, like, why even potentially bring up the fact that you're gonna kill this character and then instantly take that away from me? It's so
Yeah.
stupid because this movie doesn't have a lot of emotional
Yeah.
weight to it. You get
No.
one thing, and that's when fucking Jane dies, and that's it. So like, to take away the other big emotional moment in Korg dying is trash. I was like, that is so fucking lazy. You guys are fucking.
I just found it funny though. Like it didn't bother me because I was just like, he's just like, "Oh, apparently the only thing alive is my face." I thought it was hilarious. Like
Whack.
I didn't really care. Like
Whack. You should have just done it. Yeah, I just hated it. It was not. I don't know. I didn't even think it was. It was funny after because like his interactions were funny, or the
Yeah.
close-up shot where he's like on the back of Tessa Thompson's head. That's funny, but
Yeah.
his death isn't funny. I was like, that's
Yeah.
whack.
They should have just blew off his arm or some shit, you know?
Well,
Yeah.
it was funny though. He loses his whole body though because when they tied the thing on the back of his head when she's like telling him he was like 12:45 like that shit was so funny to me
Yeah.
when she's like watch my 6 and he just calling
Yeah.
out the times. I thought it was hilarious.
Cinema scores. What? Is
It
it gonna
just
be
really
good?
it is
Is it gonna be
it's
worth it?
abrupt. No, it's just super abrupt. So I can understand.
Yeah, it'd be different if they gave me some time, but they didn't.
Yeah.
He dies, and then literally 2 seconds later, he's like, Thor, I'm here. I'm under the rocks, bud. I'm under the rocks.
Yeah.
And it's like, why? You're wasting my fucking time. Maybe it's okay because of the jokes that come 2 seconds after, but it's not fucking worth it.
I mean, everybody almost dies in this movie though.
Yeah, that's true.
Like even Valkyrie gets fucking Peter Parker.
Yeah. Okay. Are we done?
Yes.
I'm
Can we
done.
move forward with the cinema score?
James?
Yes.
I'm waiting because he looked up at his screen, so I'm like, this
Yeah,
motherfucker,
I
he's
was
got
like-
something. He's got
No,
something.
it was like freezing, so I was making sure.
Would we rent it? No.
No.
Nah.
Would you buy this movie physically? Yes.
Nah.
I'm the person been shitting on it the most, and I'm the only one buying it. Would you buy it digitally? No.
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 I mean, I don't own any of the Marvel movies, so like, why start with this one? You know?
I mean, I'll stream this bitch for sure.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. For
Yeah,
sure.
can we buy it from Disney Plus like when early? I'll pitch
No, we can't.
I don't think
Or
they do. I don't think they're
not do
doing that anymore.
No, they don't do it because
Oh,
even
okay.
the movies
That's
that they
only for
release,
Black Widow.
yeah, they're definitely done doing that. But the movies that they release now direct to Disney Plus, like you can't even buy them early. They're just out there. Like all the Pixar movies, they were just out instantly.
Oh, okay.
Would you buy this in the $5 bin at your local favorite establishment?
I mean, it's
Favorite
worth it for
establishment.
$5 easy.
Thor 6-pack, sure, dude.
Yeah, with all 6 Thor movies, absolutely. Now that is definitely worth $5.
That's some value for sure.
I
Even
mean-
though you're not gonna watch the first 2.
You just break those discs. What the fuck's the matter? You just snap them in half. Fuck it, I don't care. They were 30
I'm
cents
gonna-
each.
I'm gonna use them to start a fire. Like I'm gonna have the sun and the disc.
Wait,
and I'm gonna
so-
be pointing.
I know it said Thor returns, but are they saying like he's gonna return in his own movie or like just in like the next Guardians movie?
No, he'll just be back in something.
No,
I
there
think-
was speculation that this was like Hemsworth is actually gonna be done again. So I'm sure that's probably what
Was
it's
there
Okay.
speculation about that?
Yeah, and I don't know why because he hasn't really said anything.
And he always talks about how much he loves being Thor. He's like, this shit is
Yeah.
rad as hell. Why would I not do this?
Yeah, because he like once Taika came on, he was like for it again. Like,
Yeah.
and but yeah,
Would you put this on in the background while people are over?
yeah,
Yeah, I
Yeah.
would.
too easy.
What movie were we talking about? What movie did
Which one?
I put on while you guys are
The
here?
marked ones.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
James is leaving, and we put on Paranormal Activity, the marked ones.
I
And-
think you watch that.
And I put it on, and we started watching it, and then we instantly just started talking over it. And I was like, yeah, we would definitely put this on in the background while people are over because nobody's paying attention to this shit. And then the minute James left, we all shut up and watched it because we were just like chit chatting over it. But yeah, I could see people chit chatting over this movie.
Mhm.
You know, you look over when the Zeus thing is happening, then you chit chat.
I mean, it's a fun little thing. Yeah, you'll at any moment there's some kind of joke going on, so you could
Yeah.
come in and out of it, have a little laugh, continue what you're doing.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I'll pull a Leo once the Rob Van Dam part happened. I'm like, oh look.
Yeah.
Would we recommend? Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Watch this and then Ragnarok first and tell me how it is.
Yeah, if you've never seen any Thor movie, watch this one first and then go from there.
So that you don't know what the fuck is happening. Ratings. All right, let's do. Okay, what tier does this fall into in the Marvel Cinematic Universe? I think
Lower mid.
I think it's a high B.
Oh, like grade.
Yeah,
I'll
because
give
that's like a tier list, you know? It's like S to F. S
Okay.
tier is like Infinity War and Endgame, you know, and the last two Captain America movies. Those are S tier.
Okay. What's A tier?
Other ones that are good.
Like Black Panther.
Spider-Man.
Yeah,
like-
Black Panther is an A tier one. Yeah. Spider-Man No Way Home,
Okay.
A
That's
tier.
a S.
Spider-Man No Way Home might be S tier,
That's
but
a
that's
S
a
tier, I don't
conversation
know.
for another day.
Have you watched it again recently?
But those type of movies, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. Good, really
a-
good. I mean, top tier, you know, Marvel movies, and then B tier
What's a B?
movies. I mean, I think after you get to A, it's pretty fucking subjective at that point.
I
'Cause-
think
Yeah.
so. I don't think they have lower than so maybe say D.
Give me a
Like they
C
don't have
tier.
the F tier movies, but I don't even think they have D tier movies. I
No,
think even
they
their
don't have
worst ones
D
are
tier
C
movies. Yeah, like I would say the two Thor movies are C minus tier
C,
at the
okay.
worst.
Yeah, that and like Eternals are C.
C,
like they're in
for
the C
sure.
category.
Yeah.
Oh, Eternals is a D, dude.
No way, bro. You're crazy. But I would call Black
Yeah.
Widow I would call that like a low B.
I
Enjoyable,
think Black
but
Widow
not
is B
great.
tier for sure.
Yeah.
Okay,
we'll do a tier
based
list.
off what you just
Yeah.
said with the Black Widow, I would say B plus.
Yeah. I think
I
this is a
enjoyed
B
this
plus.
movie more than Black Widow.
Yeah.
I think this movie. I put them in the same category. I think they're like roughly the same. I would put them both as B.
You think this
Damn.
movie is comparable to Black Widow?
Yeah,
you
I
love,
do.
You
Like,
love
I don't-
fucking Pew though.
I do love Florence Pugh. She's
But, like,
great.
The storytelling in Black Widow is so much worse than this movie.
Sure,
You love Natasha.
but it's a lot. At least it's different. Like
I guess it's like a shittier Captain America Winter Soldier, though. You know, like a person from your past is back to fucking
Yeah,
kill you
yeah.
and your family. Like it's just a
yeah,
worse version
that
of that.
shit feels like a sequel to like Captain America movies for sure.
Yeah. They're like, oh fuck, we don't have Evans anymore. I guess we got to just use her.
yeah.
But yeah, I think
I think Hawkeye does that better for sure. Like that whole shit.
you might be in the minority though. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying people
So you
hate
think-
Hawkeye.
you
No,
think-
I just said I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm
So wait,
saying
people are saying
hate
Hawkeye-
People
So
don't
people are
like
saying
him.
Are Black Widow is
Ooh,
better
Black
than
White.
Hawkeye?
Whoa. We're not talking about race here, brother.
We're talking about race. here.
No,
So-
I mean people didn't like the Hawkeye series.
Oh well, they're wrong, but okay.
Look, I'm not saying you're wrong.
Where are
I'm
you getting
not-
these facts from? Let me look up the numbers.
People just generally don't like Hawkeye, though. You know that, right?
Like
People-
this, you're saying the series, people generally don't like it.
No, the character.
The character.
So they don't like
Yeah.
nothing about Hawkeye because they're like, this dude fucking sucks.
No, Hawkeye sucks up until like the new Hawkeye's good.
You're
for
absolutely
sure.
wrong. He's the same fucking guy.
Dude, Hawkeye is so good, dude. Jeremy Renner is so good in the last.
He's
few
in the
things
same
he's been in.
dude.
He's been the same dude the whole time. He is like
You can't.
he's the moral center of the cinema or the whole cinematic universe because
I mean, he was.
he's the good
In
guy.
Avengers, he's honestly like a villain. He doesn't do really anything. He's totally different in the first Avengers.
well,
he
yeah,
was
because
cool
he's got his
as a
fucking
Ronin.
brain scrambled. No shit.
Well, you can't say he's the same the whole time because he wasn't. He was totally different in that first one, and
but
people didn't
after
like
his
him.
brain gets descrambled, he is the same Hawkeye that we've known the whole time. He doesn't
And-
change much.
Up
So then
until he goes
how-
to Ronin.
How can you say
Well,
people
yeah.
don't like him though when they were gonna kill him in Age of Ultron and people are like, oh no, we love him, don't kill him.
Because
They don't know
maybe
what they want, man.
because maybe a vocal minority was vocal enough for them to save him. But like, I think if you ask 100 people on the street, 75% of people at least are like, Hawkeye's the worst Avenger. He sucks. Regardless of
I-
how you feel,
I strongly disagree with that, and I guess we could look up.
but you can disagree with that statement
But when you look up all the Hawkeye stuff, it has high ratings. So like, how can you say this?
because,
And then they literally kept him alive in movies.
dude, but you have to think about what the
But
general
based on
audience
track
thinks.
record, the general population, like, there's not
No
like they were like,
way.
oh, 10% of these people were, oh, these 10% people, were,
But
so
they're
we're not
still
going to kill
gonna
him
like.
because he's
But
10%.
they're still gonna like Hawkeye the least. You get that, right? Because a lot of people fucking hate Hawkeye. That's why there's
They
so
can
many
like
jokes
him,
about
but
it.
They like him the least.
Yeah, they were like, if you're gonna kill a fucking Avenger, kill Hawkeye. Why'd you take Black Widow from me? Kill that fucking loser. You know what I mean? Because he's just the dude with the bows. Like that's
Like, even
literally
in
what
the-
the
even
jokes
in
are
the-
about.
Yeah, even
Hawkeye
in the
definitely
show,
has
they
more
were
to
like,
offer than Black Widow at this point.
Dude, But you're arguing to
Because
me
Black
who
Widow's dead.
agrees with you. You're arguing with the person who agrees with you. I'm just
But
letting
like,
you know.
But where you guys are just saying like random stuff that there's no facts to back it up. You're just saying, "Oh, I heard someone on the internet said this." Right? now.
Yeah, because it's all subjective.
That's the 1%. Like you see 1% of the internet.
Oh yeah, the dark web I'm sure loves Hawkeye. The motherfuckers in the dark web love it. Dudes on
I
the
can
Silk
guarantee the
Road.
dark loves Hawkeye because he's like a vigilante.
No, they would hate Hawkeye because they're like, look at this fucking cuck over here. He can't even hear out of his own ears. But like,
They would fix his ear.
No,
they love him.
I think generally speaking, I think if any, like, I think Hawkeye is just like whatever to most people. Like, you can like him. I'm not telling you you're wrong that you like him. But like, if you think that everybody likes him as much as you do, you're just being silly. You know what I mean?
No, I think that you guys are saying he's like the least liked character, and I just don't think that's true.
I 100% think that that's true.
I think if you
Literally
look
every
at Disney
Eternal
World,
is lower than him. That's already like 7 characters.
How are you gonna dislike a character you don't even know who they are? You know what I mean?
Yeah, a lot of people don't care about the Guardians. A lot of people don't care about like a lot of teen groups.
Whoa.
I thought we were
you're
I thought we were
wild.
talking about the Avengers.
We for one we were, but like
Okay.
people like the Guardians way more than they like Hawkeye. You're crazy.
People love Groot, dude.
They love Groot.
If
Groot
you
is
were
an
to
exception. Groot is
if you were
probably
to
like
do an
top 5
A/B
love.
test
You said Guardians
and present a kid with a Groot or a Hawkeye, he'd pick Groot.
100% of the time. And these are children's movies. These are kids' movies.
This shit's not meant for children.
Bullshit.
They don't give a fuck.
Look, you're not buying any of the toys, motherfucker, so it is meant for children. But
If you
no,
look at the sales stats for a
Shit, I
Disney
buy
store,
more toys than these children. These
no
children don't
way.
be buying
You're full of shit. They're buying all the
Not every-
Marvel. They're buying all the Marvel Legends, and they're cracking them bitches open and playing with them.
Oh, they're fools for that.
Well, exactly
the-
why these are children's
the
movies.
Hawkeye one.
Not the Hawkeye one. They're like anything but Hawkeye. Their aunt gives them a Hawkeye toy for their 5th birthday, and they
Like,
cry.
"Oh."
I don't.
No.
I didn't want Hawkeye.
Oh man!
Oh man, I didn't ask for a Hawkeye. Yeah, you have 7
Shit.
Captain Americas, bro. You need a Hawkeye. No, I don't. I would color all the shields different.
I can do this all day.
Oh,
What the
no.
fuck is Hawkeye's catchphrase? Oh, arrow. I can't hear it. My battery's dead.
Man,
Man,
she finally figured out her catchphrase though. Jane Foster.
yeah, for the last thing, even though it's a
That
shitty.
catchphrase still stuck.
That's a D tier
That's
catchphrase,
true.
though.
Yeah.
It is for sure a D tier.
She wasn't experienced. I'll give her
Yeah,
that.
it's a little too long.
She was only a Thor for like 2 weeks. She didn't have enough
If
time.
that, we don't even know how long she was there.
This shit happened fast.
That shit seemed like the same day.
Didn't it? That's one thing that they should have done better was tell me how long she's been Thor. Instead of just, oh, you're going to like that one. Like, what? Who?
So it's almost like no one knew she was Thor, and then Valkyrie's like, "Oh wait, you're gonna like this Thor." Like,
Yeah.
bitch, when did you find out she was Thor?
Why didn't nobody tell me?
in her city, dude.
Yeah. All right, ratings. What are we giving this? I think I'm giving this 7.75 dead hearing aid batteries out of 10. That's for the Hawkeye fans out there.
I'm gonna also give it a 7. What did you say? 7.75.
Yeah, 7.75 is what I gave it.
I'm gonna give it a 7.75 pieces of Mjolnir out of 10.
Oh, that's a good one.
Dude, when she was fucking them up with the different pieces, that was so dope.
Well, every time she did it, I was like, fuck, Thor's a bitch ass for not having done this cool ass shit
Yeah.
before.
Yeah, I was like, I didn't know that was gonna like. I don't know how that works, but it was cool. I was like,
Yeah.
because I thought when it broke, it was gonna not be
The
usable.
whispered
but
sweet
no,
magic, man.
wrong.
No, dude, that's the fucking that's the science behind it.
That's the cancer behind it.
That
Honestly,
really is. All that cancer strength.
It was feeding off of her cancer.
Oh no.
Yeah. I give it 7.5. Don't worry, I still love you. You're my favorite weapon. I promise. I swear.
Out of 10.
Your
Our
first
boys.
beer. Here you go.
Yeah, that was funny. He kind of like started light. I was like, I thought the shit was gonna fall.
Are we still doing the cell next week? Because we still got 2 weeks on it.
You already rented it?
Dude, bro, I rented it that day. I thought we were
I
gonna
didn't
sit
know
there
that.
and watch it, and you
Yeah,
you
we have
literally
to at
looked
this
me in
point.
the eyes and you said, "Boy, Alex is not gonna stay here if we're watching this movie." So I hit back, but it still said the
Oh.
4 weeks on it.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
Is there anything new coming out this week?
The
I don't think
Cell
so.
starring Jennifer Lopez. That's what's coming out this week.
I don't care. We can watch this.
No, I don't know what is coming out this week. Movies
I saw
releasing
I
week.
saw Mrs. Harris Goes to Paris.
What?
I'm
What
not gonna
the
lie, dude. I
fuck is
kind of want
that?
to see that shit.
What
It's
is
like this
that?
old housemaid. She's an old housemaid, and like she saves up enough money to get a Dior dress, and like she goes to like the Dior store, and
Oh.
like people are like, "Dude, what are you doing here, you bummy bitch?"
Damn!
But then, like,
oh my god!
Goddamn.
But then Mr. Dior's like, "Oh, come with me. I'll show you to the actual dresses."
Oh,
And like,
I'll give you
it's
the
like this
bummy
whole
bitch.
adventure.
Yeah, that sounds
It's
cool.
like this whole like this lady like unlocking her like going past her like I guess her shyness, trying to open up to the world again.
That sounds like that other
Um,
movie where they made dresses and it got nominated for Best Picture, but like it's probably boring.
Little Women.
I love Little Women.
Woman of the
actually.
Little.
Coming out
Little
this
Women
week,
goes hard.
Paws of Fury, The Legend of Hank, The Deer King, Where the Crawdads Sing. Didn't that look good?
Where
I
the
was also
Crawdads
gonna
Sing,
see
I actually
that.
want to see that.
So that's
Yeah.
the little girl that like lives in the woods. I mean, that does look
Yeah.
good.
And I think Taylor Swift actually wrote like a song for it.
Taylor
like, specifically
Swift?
for that movie.
yeah.
She wrote an original. Yep.
Mrs. Harris Goes to Paris, One Up, which is a Prime Video release. I'm trying to just do nationwide. Persuasion on Netflix. Prime Video Don't Make Me Go, which is a rated R movie starring John Cho.
Oh,
I think it's the 3. It's either or not the 3. It's either Where the Crawdads Sing or the Jennifer Lopez movie.
Look, I say we do The Cell because we're gonna be able to rag on that movie for at least 45 minutes. And I think,
yeah. And I mean,
that works.
I can still go watch that movie.
yeah. I mean, yeah.
That's gonna be just for us, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Then thank God I
And
didn't
then the
waste
week after that
$4.
is Nope.
No, the week after
Yeah.
that is Nope. Oh, well, it's a good thing I know exactly what happens in that movie because all the fucking trailers told me exactly what was gonna happen.
The whole
didn't-
time
I
I
didn't
was
see.
like, what is this movie about? And then now I know what the movie is about.
It would have been so rad going into Nope not knowing anything, but now
Not
I
knowing
could...
that premise, yeah.
Oh, Eric, you're so lucky that you didn't see that trailer.
I mean, the more you guys talk about it, the more you reminded me of it. So,
oh, you said you don't remember it? I thought you said you didn't see it.
I mean, I covered my ears, but like I can still hear shit, right? But I'm trying not to think about it.
Oh, you can't blame us because you got a fucking good memory all of a sudden.
I might go watch The Gray Man, like even though it's gonna be on Netflix, but it's in theaters. It's with Chris Evans.
I mean, yeah, you need as many in-theater movies as you can get.
I know. I
Yeah.
gotta watch. Yeah, it comes out the 15th, so like I'll
Yeah.
watch it next week.
You know what? I'll watch The Gray Man also, and I'll watch The Cell, and we can decide which one we want to talk about.
I don't even see the Gray Man coming out in my theaters.
Shitty theater.
it's super limited, so it might just
It
be
is super
that
limited.
Marcus was like, "Hey, come on, let me get it. I want to give these
They must
people
have some
movies."
kind of deal with the Netflix shit because like they
Yeah.
had Hustle and shit too, and they even had like they usually have the Netflix limited releases.
All right, so The Cell and maybe Gray Man. So thanks for tuning in on twitch.tv/SoonerLaterTV for our review of Thor: Love and Thunder. Continue listening and watching and showing your support on all social medias at SoonerLaterTV. Make sure you fucking smash the hell out of that like button. I'm talking about you go down there and you whoop that like button's ass.
Fuck the like button, the subscribe button.
Yeah, I need you
Yeah.
to slam that subscribe button. Hit us with a follow. Yeah, I know you got
Or
a
we're gonna
Twitch
punch
Prime.
you in the throat.
I will punch you in the throat. And I know you got Twitch Prime because I know you got Amazon Prime. And if you got Amazon Prime, that means you got a free Twitch Prime, which means you
And
can subscribe. Go ahead, Eric.
And you're not even using that shit, so I might as
You're
well
not.
spend it here.
So give it
It
to
just
me.
goes to waste.
Give it to your fucking 5th favorite streamers. Do
Please.
it.
Not please. Fuck you. Do
No,
it.
Yeah, fuck you. Hey, don't be a bitch. Do it. If we got it because we were aggressive, I'd be so mad.
Yeah.
Because I've had
I
this
love
aggression
it.
this whole time. If you couldn't catch us live on Twitch or YouTube or my personal Facebook page, then don't worry. Because Then don't worry, because you can listen to us on Tuesday morning on all podcasting platforms. That means Spotify, Apple fucking podcast, Google Podcast, Anchor, some other ones on the dark web where everybody hates Hawkeye. So tune in next week for our potential double review of The Gray Man and The Cell. We love
I
you.
hope they shut us down from the dark web.
And
because
that's the
of all this
bottom
Hawkeye
line.
slander. Bye.
Bye.